What
I got a
controls
question.
do you mean then?
We're gonna add a suppressor to all the missing weapons. You know, they don't have suppressors at all.
Does he mean like sensitivity with like WASD?
I think he means.
Yeah,
I
like
believe so,
yeah.
yes, he does.
Yeah. Kind of like a.
I've never played squad.
Gnar, are you gonna?
These are still like, I mean, all these guns can't.
Yeah, but some weapons.
They're like in like add terrain and runner grad for the RGE.
To actually save.
Yeah.
So it's basically impossible.
Yeah, that
The
makes
issue,
sense.
I feel like the issue with would load something in, it would, I don't know, it would just take forever. It was so bad.
Yeah.
No, I have a question.
It would take forever to load assets.
Are you gonna add the Unity riser, like the cantilever one? That was with the EXP.
Yeah, attachments,
Well,
weapons,
one
all of
question,
that.
you're gonna
I
add
have
cat ears.
no idea.
Oh, shut up, bro. Don't say cat ears, bro.
That's not.
Well, who should I
even-
ask for
I
that?
didn't even look, you can probably ask MB or Kit.
Okay, is MB in the
Probably
call?
MB.
Will you guys? Will you?
No,
Will
he
you
left
ever?
because we're all.
Will you ever add more options in Spectator on the PvP mode? You know, options such as like X-ray, fly around, see, yeah,
Testing.
fly around the maps and like
I mean, you could have just used
see where everybody's at.
Wait,
So how do you have
Gnar.
$8 million?
Gnar, I got a question about zombies. Are you guys still like working on it?
Hang on. For PvP, at least for like fly around camera, that like RGE will work in PvP now. So
Alright,
you'll be able
alright.
to build
Nice.
cinematic cameras and whatnot.
And are we gonna get like that extra thing I was talking about? Like
What extra thing?
to see.
I didn't
'cause-
consider it, but I'll put in my notes if I get time.
Yeah.
Wait,
Because
Gnar.
I was seeing in the. But yeah, you go ahead. Actually, my bad.
Gnar. Alright, thank you. Gnar.
Yeah.
So about zombies,
Say
are we
Gnar.
still working on it or did it like get cancelled? Because it's not fitting into the game design right now.
Look, I don't know how much I'll get in trouble for it, but zombies is closer than you think.
Oh damn, bro, really?
Oh, yeah.
Damn!
Oh,
Nice!
yeah.
Damn!
Oh yeah!
Wait, so like
Hey,
one map. Where would the zombies take place?
Wait.
Guys,
Where would
guys,
zombies take
sorry.
place? So what map would it be on?
Yo, is it open
Yeah,
world or
it's
just
on
like
map.
close quarters?
It is.
Gnar,
Mike,
I actually have like a really.
It's not
Is
open fields. We had a
Gnar.
big discussion of whether there's already games like Apoc 2 and Aftermath where if you want to go play out in the field, it already exists. So I can't give away the setting exactly, but it's very close quarters the whole time.
New York.
Gnar, I actually have a really good question. Gnar,
into RGE.
It's also
gonna be
be quiet, be
Setting
quiet,
is
be
New
quiet.
York, I swear to God, I'm tired of New York being the setting for every like fictional
Well,
thing,
that's because
like
New York is a
zombie,
shit
alien
show.
invasion.
Talking
Well-
about New York. Not my bad. Sorry.
To be honest, all American city sort of locations are similar. So if you hate New York, then you'll hate any sort of
Set zombies in
I
Chicago.
have a question.
yeah.
You should make it in LA so the zombies are tweakers.
Will you be able to put the
Yeah,
zombie mechanic in
they
if you want to
fire
build your
back.
own zombie map?
They
You could
start- they
spawn in
fire-
zombies for your own game mode in RGE.
I have no idea how RG will work with zombies yet.
Gnar, I have a
Okay.
really good question.
No,
Can you
I have a question.
No, I just bro. Listen,
Yeah.
listen. Can you like?
Yeah, you're
Can you put like an age restriction and like an account age restriction? Because I hate getting people who are like fucking brain dead. Can you give a tutorial? Like, oh, if you hear footsteps,
Oh, yeah,
go
yeah.
towards it. Because so many of my teammates are like, oh, there's footsteps. I can't.
Yeah.
For PvP, we just plan to eventually, for ranked,
Test.
maybe probably PC
Test.
only. If not, it will
Test.
be like separated by device
I have
type. That should help quite a bit. And
I have
then
a question
PvP will
about
also
ranked.
have
That's like
I have a question
I-
about just the overall game feel.
I have a question about. Wait, hold
Alright,
on.
we
While
got
we're on
ice
the rank
cream. I'm gonna
topic,
eat some ice cream. I'll be right back.
One by
While
one, guys.
we're on the topic of ranked, will you ever make like a level requirement for ranked, like
Oh,
25 or something? Because I'd
Great
like to see that.
question. Oh my god.
If
What would that
anything,
be?
the oversight. Well, I need to. I want to like give PvP a good
Ballpark of what
look
that would
at,
be.
like all together. So if I do like the separate matchmaking, then I'll do the level stuff at the same time.
Yeah.
At
Also,
the
yeah.
moment,
I was
it'll
wondering about that.
probably
Will
be
matchmaking
like,
be a thing? Because like right now, I'm Diamond 5 in copper lobbies.
You see, the
yeah,
thing with
yeah, yeah,
that,
yeah.
the thing with matchmaking, right, is that it's gonna be the same thing that was going on when the second time rank came out, where it's like gonna be kind of dead at like those higher up ranks, like Diamond
Yeah,
5, like you said.
that's why I left it
Maybe you
for
down
now.
tier or something.
What's
You
gonna
know,
happen is,
like
yeah, it will look for people in diamond for as long as it can,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
afterwards it will like look one rank down and be like, okay,
yeah,
I find a
good.
match there.
yeah.
So Gnar,
I
I
would
have
just
one
set it
But
as
question about
it's
the
pretty
game.
complicated to implement a system like that, which is why I haven't done it
Yeah,
yet.
yeah. Also, I have a
Have you
very
ever?
important question. Will the vending machine get fixed?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Let's
Okay,
go.
yeah,
Yes!
Finally, I can check
Life
my
is
graph
complete.
proof.
I'm
Gnar,
guessing.
I have a question. So, is the game
Soda!
ever going to be moved possibly off of Roblox and maybe ported to something like Steam and being
Oh
its
my
No.
own
god.
standalone game?
There's
Or
just
has
no
that come up in
reason
conversation yet?
to. Like, if you want to play a game like this off Roblox, and you've got like Ghost Recon, if you want the
Arma.
sort of
Steam.
arcade stuff, or
Not
if you want
Steam.
Milsim, you've got Arma,
Tarkov.
you've got Tarkov.
Oh hell
Yeah,
no,
if you
not
want the
Tarkov.
sort of
I know.
strategy.
I'm
Tarkov
asking
sucks.
if you're ever
Tarkov
thinking
fucking
of
sucks.
switching to
Or
like a
squad.
different like game designer and possibly uploading it to Steam as your own standalone game and moving off of Roblox. Because of course the
I mean,
Roblox
as a studio, we want to
game,
move
I
off.
forget what it's called off the top of my head, has its limitations. So I'm asking if you ever thought about moving to a different uh,
Platform.
game engine.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like the
We will
BRM5 being on
eventually.
Roblox, that's part of the appeal. It's not, something else you have to download. You can just
Yeah,
jump
yeah.
in and then
Yeah.
you're playing, you're playing, you're playing.
Yeah.
If we like when we do go off platform, which will probably be a few years, it won't be a BRM style game. It'll be completely different. This sort of game
Uh,
is hard enough to make on Roblox. Making it off Roblox is like you literally need a team, maybe
And it's gonna cost
double
a
to
lot of money.
triple the
More
size.
like
Yeah,
30
Yeah.
people minimum.
yeah, exactly. And you need proper investors to get a
Yeah.
game like that
Oh
actually
yeah.
finished. So
one
When you
question
do
about the
go off
cutscene
platform,
after
when you
bunker.
do go off platform, would you
Okay,
do
yeah.
like Unreal Engine? Would you do like what engine would you plan? Like just make your own or?
definitely not make our own. We were looking at Unreal for a really long time, but I don't really like that direction with the nanite technology. It really screws over
Not.
people with lower end
Gnar.
devices.
Well, I
But
have
the
two questions
community
about
doesn't
open
want
world
that.
stuff. One,
Oh,
will
you.
the song for the cutscene be the same? And two, will you make the what is it? Calm Before the Storm achievement like possible to get again?
Yeah, it's all planned. It's literally just a game of like how much time do we have versus priority of each feature.
Okay,
Question.
so those are both planned. Like it's gonna be the same.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
The
not over
cutscene, the
for.
cutscene will be basically exactly the same as it was, just
Okay,
maybe
and then what about
a
Calm
bit.
Before the Storm?
Yeah, yeah. We'll add it eventually.
Okay.
Will
Gnar, I have
the
an
event
cool
like
question.
who will the old event like gear come back and all that? Like the plaid uniform and all?
Oh yeah, the flannel.
Stuff's
Sorry.
planned, if I remember correctly.
Plaid,
Flannel,
plaid,
Calamity
whatever.
Patch, Rabbit Killers Patch, stuff like that.
Those patches will probably not come back because unfortunately a lot of the artists turn out to be
Well,
Guys,
not great people.
Stylists.
I
Already
couldn't
said
eat my
evil.
ice
Real
cream.
evil.
Bad
yeah.
news,
But
my
will
ice
we get
cream
They're
is
like
all
gone.
evil.
will we get more PMC like gear? Like clothing wise?
I mean, there's already a bit of just unmarked gear, but I do know what you mean.
Like I want like flannels and all that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're
Uh,
talking Halloween
Kit
flannels.
said there's gonna be a lot of flannels.
Oh yeah, like the one from the
Or
Uh,
not just
Halloween
that,
event.
we don't have certain like tops
Yeah,
or
like one
bottoms
from
to
the
wear
Halloween
with.
event.
Oh yeah. What
Here's
about
here's
the
yeah,
Korean
the deal with
MP
it.
uniform?
Oh
I
god.
don't think
So
that's coming back.
we're
We
currently
Gnar.
need
The
people
the
to, that's just
2004
the
Alright,
series on
uniform.
alright.
uniforms.
I have
Wait, Gnar.
another
Alright,
question.
Gnar.
So, hold
we're
on.
currently
Saying
redoing
Gnar.
all the
Gnar.
uniforms,
So like,
so no
the M50
really
gas
brand new
mask.
ones will be added until all the old ones have been like look at this uniform, right? This is one of the old
Oh
ones.
yeah.
It looks
So like, are you
disgusting.
good to upscale it?
No, I've
Yeah.
never seen anyone use that.
I've never seen anybody
So
use
Yeah, all the
eventually,
that.
old
will it get an
uniforms
upscale?
Okay,
So like all
well,
the
how about
old
this?
uniforms.
This is one of the old SAS ones. You can literally
Um,
see the pixels. So we're working on getting all of these
I
onto this
remember
new
that.
standard here, which is a lot more crisp.
Okay.
Gnar,
Also, question: Why do you?
why does the Game Pass uniform look like a scuba suit?
Okay, bro.
That's
What?
Because
crazy.
it's a
That's
wash.
crazy.
Oh, the black one or
See, that,
the
Yeah,
bro.
like
which
the
No, no,
one?
no, no.
yeah, it
I'm
looks like
talking
it's
about
because
like
of the
the Chinook one. The
wait,
Chinook one looks like a scuba suit.
wait, the
Huh?
Chinook. So like the
You mean
sword.
Like
Shadow Ray?
like when you buy the Chinook, you also get like a uniform with
No,
it,
no, no,
and
no.
the
Are you
uniform you
talking
get
about the
looks like a
Shadow Ray
scuba
one?
suit.
No, no,
You're
no.
talking about Shadow Ray.
No,
You're
That's
talking
the
about
only
no,
one.
I'm
Shadow Ray,
not talking
bro.
about that
That's
one.
like the one with the GPS
Yeah,
as
I
a
know.
watch.
Are you talking about the SOAR one?
Yeah, I'm talking about that one.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Mhm.
It looks like a scuba suit.
When will we
Yeah.
get the pilot gear back?
The thing with that is the uniform, the old one was like it had the vest and all of like the harness part of the uniform.
Oh yeah.
So like,
We
wait,
need to
Gnar.
rework so that the uniform part, and then we'll also give just the gear part of that, like
Wait,
as a
Gnar.
3D
So
model
like,
instead, which will look a lot better.
Gnar, how would you like rework the Shadow Ray uniform? Would you like make it a G3 uniform, but with a Shadow Ray camo?
Honestly, I have no idea. It's up to Kit. I'm not sure what he's.
Keep it.
Gnar,
Still
I
another
do
thing
you ever,
about
yo,
Keep the old Shadow Ray.
do you ever plan on adding more camo options for like helmets and shit?
yeah, that's another thing.
What camo in particular are you after?
Like I'm just
UCP in
like
my
just
opinion.
broadly, like camos in general that we already have as uniforms, but not as helmets. I mean, just solid colors like tan, black, olive drab. We need, or
I
we'd
mean,
like to have
the
camos.
Intel Ballistic has black. The Intel Ballistic does have black.
Yeah.
The radio
Yeah, but
pouch
I'm not
does
talking
not
about like
have
that. I'm talking
camos
about
yet.
actual camos on the helmet.
The thing is, camos aren't usually put on helmets. They're usually put on as a
They're not.
shroud, which is only like only
The
certain
only time
helmets will
camos are
have
put on
that.
helmets is with like helmet covers.
That's
Otherwise,
what I'm trying to say. Helmet
it's
covers.
just a
Like,
flat
yeah,
color.
for example, like the Russian one has this camo
The
cover,
VDV.
which is very
Yeah.
famous.
The
Gnar,
setup.
is RGE planned to come out in the next month?
Yeah, it literally
I
says
hope
that they come.
I hope to get it out by the end of this month, but there's no plans because I might not be here at the end of the month. So I've only got like
Oh,
What are you gonna like die?
Gnar's got cancer.
Jesus Christ.
Gnar, I need a G, man.
Dude.
Are we ever gonna
Gnar.
get You go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry.
Okay. With open world and HQ, with the mechanics, they have the plane mechanic one,
Oh,
and
here
We
you're
already
talking
have
about
those.
that.
we
Yeah.
currently have no planes.
Some of us
Would there
weren't here
be
for that
any?
part.
You said like
I
Would
was
there
talking
be
about
any?
X, I think.
I was going to ask: is there going to be any criteria for new planes, like say Ospreys, IL-76s,
Barrier.
C-130s?
The one thing I will
C-130
say
was denied.
Let us
is
speak.
the planes will be a lot more embedded into your HQ than other vehicles. Having a plane will mean actually having certain base upgrades so that it can actually be maintained for flight because they are meant to be a really big endgame island. And if I'm being honest, the map, like Ronograd as a map, is not big enough to have planes. And when we do add them, they will be more transport than
Damn.
like
Osprey? Like the
combat.
Osprey?
Okay,
Oh,
as an option, by
like
the way.
Osprey.
About an attack?
Do you think we'll ever have tools like airstrike tools and whatnot that we can actually like radio in and shit?
Say again.
As for air support, will we ever get air support as in like it's an actual AI and you just radio in it or something?
Like an airstrike? Like an airstrike?
Everything on that map is too close together.
Yeah.
And we
Like giving us
plan to
mortars would be
reshoot,
insane. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Enemy
Nar,
mortars, fine.
no,
Our
I
mortars,
got a question.
broken.
When you make this, when you release this new map, will it be more open field, like a lot more open, and like not like so clumped together like the
Mountains.
current map?
uh, uh, no, it's pretty close together as well. The problem
Is
with
that for like an optimization thing?
yeah, so for RGE and stuff like that, we have a few, or not a few. We have one lined up, which is like a very open. It's based in the same like vegetation as the HQ map, so it's a very tropical map, and they'll be super open with no building, so you can just build whatever you want on it for RGE. But as for actual gameplay, it's such a waste of resources to have like huge open fields with nothing in them. Like you're just using up menu for no reason.
So when y'all start because of HQ where you can make up 36K a day, will in the future you'll be adding stuff that will be like up to $1 million like for
Okay,
price.
hold on.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, buddy. How are you making 36K a day?
He's gotta have S plus
Oil
twos.
seats.
Precious
Oil
Max
metal.
seats.
out your
Crazy.
HQ.
Yeah,
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 Max
yeah.
out your H plus
Okay,
plus.
while he's loading in, Gnar,
Sell fuel.
so as the game like stabilizes more and more, do you think you will ever like increase the cap of the private servers from 50 to like let's say 75 or 100, or will it stay at 75? I mean at 50 for a long time?
Uh, for open world, we've currently got it set at like 25 or something like that because
Yeah, it's
Roblox
25.
It is
doing
25.
Yeah.
so every time we shut down the game for an update, it would ignore the 25 reserve slots and it would shove 50 people into an online game and it would lag out the server really, really, really bad.
Yeah, I was talking about private servers though, because in
Yeah,
private
yeah, yeah,
servers, I'm
yeah,
pretty sure
yeah,
back
yeah.
then you could
They
do
run
50.
on this. They run on the exact same map. So what we do
So,
is
Oh
we
If you
shit.
set
change
upper
the
limit,
public server
set the
count, it
upper
changes
limit
the
to
private
50.
server count.
That's not
also,
okay.
Gnar, by the way, I think someone already told you as a bug report, but the level 50 cap on private servers that you updated, like, are not 50, are still 25.
Yeah, no, I never fixed
Yeah.
that. I fixed that for Tokyo.
Oh, okay.
Tokyo's level cap is up to 50 now,
Okay.
and standard with the
Okay.
other PvP maps.
I'm
But
still
Gnar, have you
confused on how you're
I'm trying
making
to explain
36K
for
a
open
day.
world if you want to listen to it. There's an
Max
upper
out,
limit.
You make
listen
that
up. You
much
gotta
money.
max out your HQ. You gotta get max S plus plus employees, especially in operations, logistics, and deliveries. All of them on
No,
field, and every day you're gonna have like 100, around 200, maybe more field, and you sell all of it.
Gnar, I have a
Oh,
question.
fuel is better than. Oh, okay.
Gnar.
Yeah, you can grab
Yo,
more
shut up.
fuel than precious
Shut up.
materials per day.
Don't be quiet. Yo, Gnar, I have a question. What's your favorite song?
Good question.
What's your favorite song? What's your favorite song?
I don't have one.
Bro.
Here, I'll make it easier. What's your favorite song that Panzer has made?
Ooh, that's actually a good question.
Bro, damn, you're just gonna ignore my question?
I was,
You're just gonna ignore my question?
Probably the one at the end of the Bonds Parade that we removed.
Alright.
It's Not Over. Yeah, it's Not Over is my
Yeah,
favorite too.
it's not over.
Gnar, could we get heavier armored vehicles for the enemies and the associated anti-vehicle weaponry that comes with that?
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask as well.
Or will in the future will anti-material the Hecate will it have, because it's like a 50 BMG, will it do more to like enemy vehicles? Is it, or like it, is it supposed to do a ton of vehicles?
In the distant future, there's meant to be an entire vehicle sort of update where we want to actually add back in like all the gauges, the screens, the effects, the proper sounds.
Oh, good.
Oh my god.
And we want to tweak all the physics and everything like that. And along there, proper vehicle bullet penetration and damage will probably as well.
Are you ever gonna add player-made airdrops?
Ooh, that was something I want to ask too. Like, you put slings on the bottom of a helicopter, you carry a crate. Like,
or a vehicle, or a vehicle.
Bit about that, yeah.
I mean, why do that when you got a supply truck or a Black Hawk and you just land and fill it up with supplies?
that's boring. You see,
the closest we have to that is, as I talked before about like transport planes, with your HQ, like possibly being able to actually set stuff that's inside the plane and then being able to drop it out if you want.
Like
It wouldn't be player managed, right? It
Gnar.
wouldn't be player driven.
Can you confirm that RG will return this month, specific like in next week or after next week?
He already said maybe.
he already said it's
he already said, yeah, maybe.
so. Also,
Okay,
Gnar,
but
will
what
you
about the
ever?
Russian update? Would it release next week?
I I can't remember, and also I can't speak for MBs because that's his like part of the update, so I'm not sure when he's gonna have it done.
No, I have a
No,
question.
I
He's
BRM5 getting
he's a
3
firearms
updates in
guy.
1 month is crazy.
And by the way, I was gonna ask as well. This is kind of ambitious, but you know the BTR props you have around the map, right?
The what? Sorry?
The BTR props you have around the map.
Oh yeah.
Will those ever be an enemy unit in any sort of capacity? Will they be
That would
functional
be
at all?
that would be cool.
There's no plans to at the moment. I haven't really thought of it.
Gnar, I
It
have a
would be
Because I
question.
cool
really think
as
that'd be a
like
good
a
idea.
end wave boss on Cat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm saying
Like
that's the final
DOU.
objective. That's sort of fort or something if they got a BTR that's
Will
active.
you
Yeah,
add?
but then the
Or
problem
will you,
is we'll need
so
to implement anti-personnel like
RPG.
rocket launchers, and that right now is probably not on their
Yeah.
roadmap at the
They
moment.
have an RPG.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
the
yeah,
They had
RPG
a
is
okay.
like
So that'd be a
skirmish.
better
not in the
option.
game
Gnar.
right now.
So Gnar, I have a
Let me
so
see.
Gnar with the shit. What was I gonna say? Fuck.
Nice.
I forgot what I
Nice,
was
Alright,
Noel.
gonna
so Nar, will you ever like work
Yeah,
with
no.
factions a little more? Like, for example, are you gonna give them like their own little patches in
Like an in-game
BRM5
feature.
or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like give them more like like actually show that
Shit.
factions are
I
like a
just remember
big
what I was gonna
part of like
say.
this whole thing. If
Will
that
You
you
makes
can
ever
make
add
sense.
a
like
tool?
Let us see. Yeah,
have official. How you have official factions, you can make. If you become an official faction, you gotta know an official patch in the game.
That things
Something
like
like
that.
that.
Will we ever have like things like that where we're kind of like
We
really
always
like
plan
shown in?
to. We always
Faction tags?
run
Question
into
mark.
like
So
we have run
Gnar.
into like
So like
Fucking
Yo,
Halo
let us
player
speak. Let us
tags.
speak. Yo,
No, and Halo player
Let him speak.
tags.
let us speak. Shut up. Go ahead,
shut
Nar.
the fuck up.
um. This is more of a real Zoxic question.
Yeah, it is. But
We have wanted to do this for ages. And now with Gen 4, we have the tools to like add in items a lot easier, which is why updates have been a bit more frequent.
I have a
So
question about
it's
how
something
Gen
more possible
3's
now.
code looks.
Is that what Gen 4 does? Allows y'all to add shit in more frequently?
Yeah, basically.
Was
Things like
Gen okay? I have
updates faster.
was Gen 3's code what would you call it? Spaghetti code.
It wasn't spaghetti. It just wasn't very modular. It didn't let us add in new stuff without breaking other stuff first, which is a bit.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's obviously a problem
RPG.
because
No
you have
way,
to
he got an
refix stuff.
The hell
RPG.
he got fire that
Hey,
thing.
look, we
Yo,
got RPG.
Fire it.
As any
Firing demo, please.
So sad.
Give us
You
a
got a
firing
license for
demo.
that?
just
Yeah,
noticed why.
let's get a fire demo.
Gnar, I have a
GTA.
question.
When are the other mods eventually gonna get their in-game perms? Because
Real
having like
Zerg.
2 people doing in-game bans
Oh
is
shit,
a
we
bit
have a community
tiring
manager. I forgot we
for
have a
a year.
community manager.
So Gnar,
How do you even get
So
banned?
Nar. So I was gonna ask you this, but I forgot. But so you got the bunker raid event. Will you add any more other events like current like server events?
So Bunker is the only linear event that will happen on Ronograd. We really liked it, and that's how we want the game to play from now on. So the future open world map that we're working on will probably have multiple linear server objectives like that. But
and I
Like
nothing.
Gnar,
like to
I got a
offer
question
more
about the
replayability.
lore. So Ronograd, is it still located in the Aleutian Islands in Russia?
It's
Ronograd.
Alaska.
It's based off
Alaska, you
Adak
dumb
Island.
fuck.
Hold on, what do you say?
It's based off Adak Island.
So, yeah, it is based off Algonac Island in the Aleutian Island chain in Alaska, but can you confirm canonically where the Ronograd Island is located in as of Gen 4?
Oh, well, it should be located exactly the same place. It should be located
Alright,
where it's
because in
IS.
the Wikipedia, our fandom, it said that that in Gen 4 that there was no canonical location to the Ronograd Island.
Well, Gnar made the game, so
That's
Well, the fandom Wikipedia is complete bullshit.
Oh,
No,
okay
I
then.
have a community question.
Mm-hmm.
Will we
Another
ever see?
like,
Will
another
we ever
question.
see like Platinum
Gnar, start talking
5?
and start coding.
Will we ever
Yo,
see
one
Platinum
person at a time.
5 team sponsored community events like tournaments, game nights, stuff like
Ooh.
that? I know
Oh my
not
god,
like
thank you.
now, but later in the future when updates start dragging down a bit.
Possibly in the future.
Thank you.
This is more of a Zoxic question.
Toxic,
Okay,
answer up,
so
man. Toxic.
But yeah,
Will
I've been in
Quest
talks with the
come back?
devs.
Will
Not
this
just a
be?
question about
Planning
like level
Huh?
that
system.
Let us speak. Let us speak. Let us speak.
Dog,
yeah.
will this possibly be the last generation? Like, there's gonna be no Gen 5, no Gen 6, and onwards.
This will most definitely be the last generation. I never want to make this game again.
What about
Wait,
yeah,
Toxic,
nice.
were you speaking, Toxic?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Toxic. Just speak up, speak up. Yeah, let's actually speak, yo.
Alright, so yeah, we've been me and devs we've been working on this new event. We're planning to have Among Us game nights every week.
Oh my god.
Oh my
God.
Why, bro?
Toxic.
Why?
What about tournaments, Toxic? What about the
Toxic.
competitive? What
Hey,
about
I've got a
PvP tournaments?
Toxic,
question.
if you go
So
along with this, can you fire me?
No.
Hey, Toxic. Loki though, a real good idea would be like a Squid Game night,
Yes.
where we do a BRM Squid Game.
Gnar.
I've played these games.
Hell, man.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ.
No,
Question
in all
time.
reality,
Will
I
we
got a
ever
question.
have
I got a
Quest
question. I got a
again?
question. I got a
Hey, shut
question.
up. Let him talk.
Will Quest ever come back?
Why do you
Like,
decided to make the starter kit into like a fucking Russian? This is so confusing. Every time they're not joining
It
teams,
looks
they
like
just
It's
it's
gotta
an
do it.
enemy.
American, you bum.
Okay.
That is
You guys are
Only one
American.
in a
you guys are
stage.
asking questions and not letting him answer, bro. I don't. Damn.
What am I answering?
Some guy
Okay.
asked about the quest,
I got
and
a
then some
question
other
for
guy
you.
asked the kit.
I have a decent question. So, with the leveling system, it's always been stars. And people, I don't know. Me personally, I don't like the levels. Will
I agree. I
stars ever
agree.
come back?
The problem with Stars is that it arbitrarily finished the game and we couldn't add any content for later game players. And if we just more
I guess
stars,
that's true.
then it would just end up being a level from extra steps anyway, which is why we just bit the bullet and just changed to levels. I do miss Stars. I think it
So,
was a part of like BRM's identity, but like it just didn't really work anymore.
so does that
Yeah.
mean
Okay,
that in the
that's fair.
future, some of the guns or helicopters y'all might add are gonna be like for guys, like people like if you're like level 100 in the game, like
like
Yeah,
Apache
I
helicopters?
guarantee you, if like when we add back planes, they will be
When
absolute balls and ass and everything in between to get. Because we don't want them to be like an
like
easy
a real
thing.
how
end
much?
game reward, like except like
Yeah,
how the A10 was, but not complete dog shit. Cause the A10, I mean all the 5
A10
stars in
couldn't
my
hit
The
end.
A10 was
anything.
not that bad. The A10 was underrated.
I
The
guys don't have
A10
an
was
It was
attack
hard to
Pretty
high.
get.
bad.
Hold on. It was hard to get kills with because you had to aim your gun right,
Oh
and
yeah.
like it couldn't hit the
Oh no,
Roblox
you're the
terrain.
Oh
aim.
yeah. Plus, you had to figure out how to turn on the engine. And that's like a giant
Oh,
jigsaw
the engine
puzzle.
part was
Okay,
easy.
the engine
I have a
was
whole
The
Engine
map
engine
part
is
was
not
file
with
if
a
you
bad.
want it.
tutorial on
It's the
YouTube.
No, because like
it's
I
the
never
freaking
got to
fog.
figure out how to turn on
The
an A10,
fog,
even
the
with the
fog made
Wikipedia
that shit
instructions and all
like
that
Oh
kind of
ass.
stuff.
yeah. Fog was
If this
awful.
is gonna turn into a
Yo,
Q&A, we should probably
Nar.
move this to the main stage, honestly.
I have a
Back when we
question
had
about
Ronograd,
the
right? The old
levels.
Ronograd, when you could actually, it was a battle. It was like 4 stages or something. Are you ever gonna add that back?
what?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's my question.
Yeah.
Gnar, I have a question. Gnar, can you move this to a stage so we don't have like
That's
10
true.
people
You
trying
should
to
move it
talk
to a
over
stage.
each other?
You should look at moving to a stage and let people answer. They should type their questions
Before
like the
that
people, and you
happens,
answer that.
I have one last question. So why was El Char removed?
Yeah, it's very
It's a
simple. It
desert
doesn't
in
fit in with
Because it
Alaska.
was a
the.
desert
It
in
doesn't really
Alaska.
fit in with the biome of the map. Like it's all forest, and then we
Okay,
got
then you
like
can make it
desert
like
in the
You have
middle of
snowy
a
the
or
road.
something.
desert
You don't.
in an
I,
Alaskan based island.
Yes,
Just
but I
think about
mostly
that.
the structure.
Think about.
Okay, the Eltar structure. Why did the whole thing
It
change
is
instead of like
Just
changing the
think
biome?
about
It is
that
that
question
Pog.
about
It's
desert
literally
in
caused
Alaskan
Lofcap.
Alright, can
Island.
you let that answer,
Let
please?
him answer,
Okay,
please, guys. Come on.
stage Gnar, stage, please.
Kozlovka is the same building from El Chara. It's just been changed materials to look better, and it's
Yeah,
been
I guess it's a lot
extended.
bigger and yeah. Okay, yeah, I see it. I see
Um,
it.
Yeah,
uh,
Kozlovka is just literally that.
Oh,
about the airplanes, if you did add the level,
What about zombies? Are there still
Jesus
zombies?
Christ.
Someone is
Zombies
saying
are
about
closer than you
the
think. That's what you have to say about that.
He said they're coming.
Yeah,
He
they
said
will come.
it's
They will
sooner
come.
than. Yeah.
I think.
Are you
um,
ever gonna add animals like black bears into the game or like
Alright,
something like
bro.
that?
I want to add animals so
Yeah.
bad, and I want to add fishing
Oh
as
my
well.
god.
Really,
Yeah,
fishing will be
fishing.
fishing will
Fishing would be so
become
hype.
Clip that.
fishing will become
Please.
When
Clip that.
Fishing is
Let him talk.
confirmed.
I can't even hear him.
when the game is more stable and there's less people complaining about missing features, then I will add like random stuff like that.
Gnar,
Please
will
add
there be
sex.
watermelon
That's
trading from that
incredible.
Please add
famous
sex.
blog you ever wrote?
Let him talk.
What's up, guys?
No, let's be real. No one's this.
Whoa.
The complaining about the game will never end.
No,
Yeah, it's
you
never
might be forgetting about the cat ears, man.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, you
yeah.
forgot about
Yeah,
that.
bro.
Yeah,
No,
we're
you were
Yeah,
saying
when
that
we get
before.
Yeah,
when
we
we
need
get
cat
cat
ears
ears.
for like an April Fool's update.
Hell no.
Gnar,
We don't need that.
Cat
about you
and
talking about
tail.
the levels for the airplanes, what would like the maximum level be for an airplane? Or
Label
the minimum?
1000.
The maximum and the minimum.
I have no idea because we haven't
Will
even
we be
stumbled on
adding?
them.
Will we be adding
100,
Coors Light
200.
to the game?
Yes.
Okay, actual question. Actual question about any vehicle or anything like progression wise. So, what's the cap? Like, what's the maximum cap you'll put an item at? Because if you have something at level 500, that might just be like absurd, you know?
Uh,
Like we're talking
Like
maximum cap.
what's the
I
highest you will ever like make a level requirement?
man, I don't know. Depends how
Like
long this
100?
game keeps going.
Anyways,
True.
I mean, for like normal weapons, it will stay within that range of like 0 to 50, and then the more sort of like uh what
Late
do you
game
call it?
stuff like planes,
Yeah,
just
planes,
late
but
game
also
stuff
weapons that are like not common. Like if we ever decide to like
like an
I don't
RPG.
know, add like an M1 Grand or something like that, we might put it at like level 80 for some like because it's funny.
Gnar,
M1
Okay,
Garand is
yeah.
I got a
confirmed.
question,
M1
Gnar.
Garand is
Ping.
confirmed.
So, Gnar,
Okay.
after RGE, like, what's your, I want to say goal? Like, what's gonna be your focus after that?
After RGE.
Yes.
Uh, I don't know if I can say.
So
That's
Gnar, I got
understandable.
a question about the missing content. So like, when will it's like, do you expect everything to be added in, like all the missing content? That's like the new and old missing content. Would it be added in? Would everything be added in by the end of the year?
Well, but by the end of this year, most definitely. But we're trying to hit a balance of new stuff and then re-adding old stuff. At this point, the old stuff that hasn't been added, if like, there's two reasons something hasn't been re-added. One is because it doesn't exist, and like it doesn't exist in real life, and it was based off a part that wasn't real. In which case, we're not going to bother re-adding it. We're
All
just
right,
going
all
to
right.
try and add new
So what
stuff.
about the new missing
Speaking of
content,
like
like the
RGE,
Netco RP1 and the
explosives are
ZTech
coming. Can we
lock
use RGE to
compensator?
create
When will those
explosions?
be
Yo,
added
one at
in?
a time, bro.
Yeah, what?
So
Yeah, one at a time.
all the new missing content, like the
Yeah, can we please
Netco
just move to a
RP1,
stage?
some of the missing camos, and like the ZTech compensator, and like all the more the customization options in for the Glock 19, and then there's like a third helmet cover where you mount the IRS strobe at the 45
Yeah,
degree
yeah.
angles. Like, when will the new missing content be added in? Like, are those the main priorities
Most
right
of
now?
Most of that's MB. Like I said, he's trying to hit a balance of like new stuff for people that don't care about the stuff that's missing at the moment, and then also trying to slowly get all the missing stuff up to standard. Anything that's missing is missing because it needs to be remodeled to like fit the new standard that we're trying to set.
Alright, but what about
for the
the
items in
new
game.
missing content, like the one that the stuff has already
What does
been made
new
but
missing
not
mean?
released at the moment, like the Zeniko RP1?
Oh, I get what you mean now. It's just all for future updates. Just it's on the back burner to be released soon because we don't want to release everything at once.
So
No, I
regarding
have a
game
question about the
physics,
RPG.
regarding game physics with the calculations, I've noticed that the ballistic coefficient stats removed from the menu. Is there any plan to bring that back in? Is it there? Or is it just an invisible stat?
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh
Yo,
my
So
god.
what y'all know about this? What y'all know
Yo.
about this? What y'all know about this, man?
What
Oh
happened?
All the
shit.
ballistic
Oh.
stuff in the menu and all the graphs and stuff like that will
Oh
get worked
man.
on a bit later. The
Yeah.
gunsmith was a real pain in the ass to work on because of all the new like rail on rail attachments and stuff. So it hasn't had a full development cycle as we would wish. That's all I can really say for that.
Oh my god, Operation Viper was so amazing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Are there
it's
any
just gonna
plans for
be
Dude,
grenade launchers?
I grew up in BRM. Holy shit.
NFs really look at this and be like, yeah, it looks better than effing Gen 4. That's
Guys,
crazy.
Gen 2
For
was
sure.
so
Yeah,
great.
no,
Look,
the
is that
people,
also
Also, Gen 2.
the people
I feel like
complaining
there's
are
just
Are
less
there any
bullshit
plans
with
for
Viper.
grenade
That's why.
launchers?
Yeah, grenade launcher
Grenade
attachment.
launchers,
Done.
respectfully,
Bro.
no. I'm
Oh
thinking of
man.
adding a grenade launcher.
I'm not
Oh,
gonna
I
lie.
Is
actually,
there any
about the
plan for
RPG?
attack
actually,
helicopter?
I lied a little bit.
Please do not add
El
an
Chara,
attack
my beloved.
helicopter. Oh my god. No
El,
laser
El,
rangefinders either,
please.
please.
I
El
think
Chara,
people
my
have like a
beloved.
grenade launcher, but for
Can you
like
add
Hey,
a laser
strategy
pointer?
and
since
stuff.
like
Can you
speaking
send
of
me
low
those
Please add
files
fire,
so I
laser
can
if you
just
won't be
pointers.
play
done, could
Viper?
you use
No, oh
RGE
my
to make
god.
explosions, like for faction cinematics stuff like that?
Oh, that's a good question.
Can
All
I have the
50
Viper
round
file
drum
so I can
mags.
just play it like when I want?
Can you add the
I got a
old
question about
game dev
RPGs.
rucksack?
Okay, so I actually just got somebody just asked me a really good question, Nar. So they asked about suppression. Is that ever gonna be like a thing again? Remember how like in the
Um,
early stages it was like really crazy?
yeah, like I think I wanted to add a bit of a vignette when you're being shot at, but no camera
Yeah.
movement. I hate camera movement when being shot
Yeah,
at in
because
games.
I feel like that would help a lot towards factions who are more like, you know, LARPers, which basically means people who are more like role players, where like they like to do like that cover fire stuff, which does work. I feel like that would really help out
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot.
I agree.
Oh my god, when they used to roll.
Bro, if you
Yeah.
if you did this and you
Regarding
at
RGE,
this
are there any
AI would be
plans
done,
for commands to
great.
create explosions for cinematics and factions?
Is there any say again, sorry?
Commands to create explosions.
There were I got some feedback from Kit, and what we landed on for RG is just the ability to place effects. Haven't really considered explosions yet, but possibly.
Gnar.
I have a question. So, one second. This is quick, probably. Oh,
Alright.
he's muted. I'll wait until he's unmuted. Like when he's back.
That's crazy.
I think he's still in the game.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, what I'll ask.
Oh, did he
Okay,
leave?
he's still here. No, he's still here. So I'm wondering how are like QA testers selected and how are like mods selected?
Oh yeah.
I know mods are via application. I saw this a long time ago. But then QA testers, how does that work? Like,
I think he's actually like not here.
Yeah,
I
he's
yeah.
think it
not
was
gonna be
honestly
back.
just kind of
Wait,
Think he's
Seraph, are you able to
talented.
answer?
Everyone,
Seraph, are
everyone.
you able to answer
Listen,
that?
listen, guys.
No, I'm not a QA tester.
Guys, listen.
Alright.
I'm going to bed. Good night.
All right, bro.
Night.
Good night.
Good night, bro. Good
Good
night.
night, brother.
Do you
But
want me to
on the
kiss off?
topic of QA
I
testers, I
think
think
Kiss
it's
me.
something like you're kind of pulled out. Like tonight, Gnar, He has his custom games. We all
It's just
jump in,
handpicked.
we test it out. He gets his info, rinse, repeat, and it keeps going on. I think that's how QA testers are
Okay,
brought
wait,
in.
he's back. Gnar, how does QA how are QA testers selected for PvP stuff?
For PvP,
Yeah.
we haven't done QA for PvP in a while.
Open world then, whatever. How is QA in general selected?
For PvP and open world is different. For PvP, we usually just freaking put out an in chat and get people to join a server. For open world, so like before Gen 4 released, it was just a private group, and it's just random people that we handpicked that have given good feedback in the past.
Okay, so it's just like it's just handpicked from the trusted users. All
That
right.
makes sense. Yeah.
Nar, I got two questions.
Yeah.
The first one is, when the update came out, there was a button for like horns, but there was no noise. Do you plan to add that anytime soon?
Yeah. Roblox sound API or audio API is really weird at the moment.
Sorry,
It's the same reason why
my internet
sometimes you
took a
join
shit
the
on
game
itself.
and you just hear like 50,000 sounds play at the same time.
That's odd.
Pro tip: don't get T-Mobile Wi-Fi. That shit will just like shut down for no reason.
But yeah,
My second question is,
we might have
Question:
to
when
wait
are you gonna fix falling through the
year.
ground?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, naval.
There's
Okay,
two
I got a DM from someone asking a question. It says, could you ask Gnar if recon drones are coming anytime soon?
Okay, no. But back on the falling through ground issue. One is streaming enabled, where Roblox decides to just unload the entire map where you're standing for whatever reason, and then reload it in and causes you to fall through. I have a possible fix for that. At the end of the month, no idea if it'll actually work though. We're kind of fighting with Roblox to fix that. The other issue is sometimes the character controller will actually just like misinterpret its geometry and fall through the
Yeah, I
ground.
don't give a shit.
That's like mostly in PvP. We're working on it. That's all I can really say. We don't use any Roblox
Great.
physics. It's all completely custom. And that's what's allowed us to do cool stuff like when you're in elevators, you don't see like people glitching through them anymore. They're just stuck on the elevator.
Yeah.
And it's the same reason you can stand inside of helicopters while they're flying and not fall out is it's all custom like physics replication, and we're able to
Roblox
stick players
is
onto
better.
stuff.
Okay, I have
Roblox
another
dude, shit.
DM asking a question. It says, could you ask if there will be quality of life updates to inventory, like inventory presets or better way to transfer items, like control, click,
Yeah.
etc.
As we get closer to zombies, the inventory system will continue to get improved upon a lot in anticipation for zombies mode, where this stuff will be really
Great.
important.
Question: are you gonna add plate armor? Like, you can put in your plate. Carry.
We've talked about it. No plans though.
Now running your phone.
Will there be a way to filter like the uniforms by nation again?
Yeah, probably. That's
Any
if
plan
there isn't one already, then we've just forgotten to. So
So I've
Right
got
now
a real
there is
quick
none. There's
question.
no filtering.
Why is there like 50 people in this VC?
Q&A, pretty much
Because
at this point.
and North in here.
Game night turned Q&A,
What
yeah.
does that mean?
Oh my god.
The
Question and
October.
answer.
Question and
Who's
answer.
doing that? Who's doing that?
Question and answer. Yeah. Oh my lord.
Oh my god.
Question: is there any plan
No,
for
like
tutorial since? Is there any plan for tutorial?
Okay.
yeah, we were gonna add a tutorial.
It's a really good coach.
But
People keep jumping off the helicopter because they don't know how
some
to
other
use a
stuff
rope.
came first. There will be a tutorial eventually.
Seraph, let me talk in your corner. Thank you.
No.
Yes.
Would you say the game is less like noob friendly with the new AI and all that?
Yeah, I mean, we sort of made the decision of like we want to cater more towards being like a simulated tycoon where it's just like the most normal grind ever, like just rush into a place, shoot and die, or do we want to actually have at least some element of like skill and suspense while playing? And
Oh,
we decided on
speaking
the
of the speaking of the new AI, could you re-add the reporting bodies? Because I feel that's a really big thing that's kind of missing. Like you could shoot a guy, then the guy next to him won't do anything,
they
and
do
that's kind of
body.
made like
It's mostly
soloing locations like naval really easy in the
yeah,
new update.
I'm aware. Like, we have the behavior. It consider it more as a bug right now. Like sometimes they are able to detect a death, and then especially in high ping situations when the server's really struggling, sometimes they will miss being able to see a death. Um, so yeah, it will be improved upon, but technically the functionality is there.
Okay. Question: Is there any plan to like fix the helicopters from blocking people's path, like it's the bridge, and people could just use one block hook to block it, and nobody could go in or out?
Yeah, good point. Uh, we have a few ideas for a solution to this. The main one was being uh, near tunnels and bridges. We were going to have a thing that despawned if you got out of your vehicle, like you have 30 seconds to move the vehicle or whatever. But we just have to be careful because I don't want people to like land somewhere and then they turn around, their vehicle's gone, because that would suck.
It's like put a notice on screen, yeah, like one of those, like like when you level up,
Yeah,
you get a
that's
notice, like you're now level.
that
Okay,
is the
cool.
point.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just we have to
Good.
be careful with them as well because sometimes there's legitimate reasons
Also,
landing near a tunnel or near a bridge, especially up near
God.
naval. So we don't want to accidentally punish people for
Bro,
that.
who's putting up image? Can you remove that?
also,
Kill
how are you
account.
gonna fix the problem of people trolling by destroying people's rotor by using their helicopters?
Say again, sorry. That was so far.
How you gonna fix the problem of people not like we tried park try to fillet take off of a helicopter? There's somebody trolling and then destroying your rotor by landing on your rotor.
True. Okay, that's a bug. Other vehicles shouldn't be able to destroy your rotor. So not sure why that's happening.
It's only when it's happening when the engine is starting up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I accidentally hit another little bird's rotors, and the thing just fell out of the sky. It was gone.
Why was the training grenade removed?
Because it's useless.
Useless.
It was meant to just be an item that you can spawn in with RGE in the future. Didn't mean to actually make it viable.
Oh yeah, Gnar, what is up with the 600 HP juggernauts?
Are they?
The VIP units. Some of them in the VIP units,
Oh,
Port
I
Naval.
remember
big issue.
seeing the
Right.
one of the VIP units just take 9 M110 shots to the head. He
There's
just
also
took 9 of them.
you need 2 headshots from a 12 gauge or a 50 BMG in order to kill that guy. What is up with that? Actually, wait, why can't the vast majority of the units actually be killed with 1 headshot?
Why can they?
No,
Like
why
we're also
can't
there with
we?
snipers, like a sniper bullet.
So at the moment, any RLF can basically be shot in the head and one tapped. The POD typically have helmets, and that's why you have to two tap them. I know that's
But
not
helmets.
You
technically
shoot them in the face.
realistic. Yeah, but it's a video game at some point, so you just have to give us some leeway there. Like,
I guess,
otherwise it
but
would
you
be
guys
too
find your guys
easy
from
to
going into
just
a more
tap.
realistic general
You should
direction.
not two tap in the head to kill an enemy. 'Cause, I
What?
mean,
Yeah, I don't think
the
308 should.
The helmets
What he
barely.
means is that at Naval in the tent there's a VIP target that has like 1000 HP, has a machine gun and smoke and like runs around like crazy and it's almost impossible to kill him.
Oh, like the
That's what
container
he
yard,
means.
you mean?
That's just
Yeah.
a thing.
Juggernaut.
Yeah, I've said
Question,
it many times.
question.
Oh,
Why
I
is the
see him.
why is the NPC
He
just
has he has 300 health. That might
Even
have been
more, double that.
that might be a misinput. I have no idea. Gravity defied
It's
is
a
all of
misinput.
the balancing for AI.
I have another
Question.
VM like question. Hold 1 second. This is quick. Are personal navigation devices like compass, binocular, etc. going to be added anytime soon? And if the binocular itself is going to be added at all?
Binoculars will. We want to add rangefinders as well. For the compass, not sure how we want to implement it. We were considering as an item, and then we were like, that's kind of two balls, and we were maybe just going to have it as a HUD element.
Yeah.
But yeah, we haven't decided yet. It's
I
all
don't think anyone
planned
wants.
though.
I don't think anyone's gonna waste
Okay.
and like to pull out a what's it called, compass.
And that when those like get added, it'll be in that time where there's like no more complaints, and it'll be like just adding extra stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. Like we're just trying to get the game really stable and fun to play, and then we can start adding in, you know, sort of low priority stuff like
Yeah.
yeah, all sort of items and stuff.
Head jump scare.
Question. Why is the NPC blind when you hold alerted the whole base when you're just laying down? They just walk by you, not even shooting at you at all.
Proning gives you a hidden multiplier. It's just something that we're trying to tune to feel good because if you're shooting at a sniper from really far away and you're proning in a bush, we want you to be hidden. But obviously, if you're standing right next to someone proning, we don't want that. There's a lot more values, I think, involved than people think. Like looking at a single AI, there's about 20 configurable stats just for that AI alone. And then the player has their own
Damn.
stats as well. And then within one compound, there's about 10 different types of AI. So there's, 10 times 20, there's about 200 individual values that need to be tweaked to make that play how it does. And we spent about a month, no, sorry, we spent 2 months before the release tweaking. But we can only get it so right. And then once we add new stuff, it changes everything as well. So it's a continuous battle, I'll say.
Would you say this operation was a lot more successful closer around launch than Gen 3?
Bro, this release was like a billion times better than Resurgence.
Oh my god.
There were issues. I'm not going to deny that the game didn't freaking brick itself like 3 times after we initially released it, but unlike Resurgence, where there was a whole month of just patches and stuff like that, basically after the first day of Gen 4, we could leave the game and it was running okay, at least in private servers, which in our case is a win. We also released with more features, non-features, where Resurgence was literally like half a game. So I think in terms of completely reworking a game and then publishing it for 20,000 people to play at one time, I think we did pretty
Was
good.
that like unexpected?
That was completely unexpected. We were expecting maybe 8 to 9,000 players.
Come
Was
on,
that probably the most? Was that probably the most you've ever seen?
30,000. I saw 30,000. I'm not lying. I saw 30,000.
I saw
Was that probably the
30,000 too.
or, or was that probably the
was
most?
it's
Or
the
was that
most
probably the
players.
most you've ever seen?
Yeah, that was 100% the game's peak we've ever had. We did not realize there was that many people with eyes on the game in general, like that knew about the game to even play it at that time. So that was interesting.
A lot of these guys are like fucking patriots towards this game. They didn't know. A lot of people were just really like looking forward to this update.
Yeah, the problem with this
Gnar.
update is it was more for resetting the game
Oh
again
yeah.
in hopes of new features over this year, which I think people will really start seeing the benefit of Gen 4.
Yeah.
Probably within the next 2 months, especially with RGE, you'll be able to see why we wanted to restart.
Yeah.
So much
Personally,
from
my
scratch.
favorite thing about Gen 4 is how it's playing PvP and people complain about how they can't full auto and be accurate.
You
Because
know,
of recoil.
sadly, oh, there's
So
some guns
funny.
for that MP5, but sadly, most people didn't know that. The thing that it was like meant to kind of like reset the game. That's why it got like so much hate. Also, now an actual question: are we actually gonna get a Halloween and a Christmas update this time, or are we gonna be left in the dry here?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna.
I have I have plans for a Halloween update this year. Something pretty
We get a
fun.
Valentine's update since all of us
I
BRM5
am
players
not.
don't pull any
I'm not.
bitches.
I'm not doing a Valentine's update.
Come on, man, the
How
cat
about April
ears, the
Fools?
cat
April
ears.
Fools.
I'm
If I
sorry
did
if
cat ears, it would be for April Fools.
Okay.
I'm sorry if
Fuck
this
the
is already
spirit.
planned, but like, what role are machine guns supposed to fill?
I
Machine
mean,
gunning.
as for like LMGs, like player held, we're not too sure, and that's why we haven't added them.
Oh dang.
As for the
Okay.
ones that are on the map, I mean, you see what they do. They just freaking. They're meant to suppress players. So
Okay,
And
wait.
if they hit you, you're dead.
yeah, you
Okay, but
die.
like one question: are we supposed to go in a more realistic direction, or are we supposed to go in a more balanced direction?
So this might be crazy for some people to wrap their mind around, but in terms of gear and in terms of like visuals and the environments and everything like that, we are obviously trying to go more realistic. Resurgence accidentally had this weird sort of cartoony like look to it, both the lighting and some of the materials we used.
I think that's part of the
Well,
appeal.
the eyes. Oh yeah, the eyes. What about
Definitely
that?
not
Will
part of
that
the appeal.
will
The
will
eyes
those
will get
will the eye?
reworked, but I'll finish this first. So in that way, the game is trying to be more realistic. As for features, we're trying to find a balance, and I'm pretty happy with the one that we're at right now, where we have like PvP is still pretty arcadey, but then you're actually punished for just rushing in and trying to spam shoot everyone.
Yeah,
That's exactly what we want. If you want to
another.
play
That works for me
arcadey
still.
games like that, there's like Bad Business, there's that well, there's Phantom Forces, but you know how that is.
Yeah,
Gee, I wonder why.
this dev team ain't
So
like Stylus Studios.
between I will say probably between like PF Bad Business and Deadline, we're trying to fit in right between there of like it's still fun to play casually, but also you can spend more time with the game and there's actually intricacies to the features that
Replayability.
you can learn. Yeah.
Yeah,
Customization wise and all that too.
yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course,
Because
it's cool.
honestly, this game is probably the best customized game. But
Probably
like
for
another
gear,
thing, will Footsteps be
Deadline's still
reworked?
pretty
Because I
crazy
feel
to
like
learn.
Footsteps. I feel like it's just like there's no way to really like move around the map on PvP and just like not be heard.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we're gonna do the CS:GO thing. If you use the what we call the CQB mode, so when you click middle mouse for your stances, that walking will probably quieten your footsteps to a very, very small radius. So like only people against the next wall would be able to hear you. But
Is it
also
like
it's pretty intentional. Like if you're running around, we don't really want people to be able to fully sneak up on people around the most crappy angles ever because it's just
yeah?
not fun.
Yeah. I remember
Like another
when
thing,
PvE was in like beta, if you
had
just
tippy
spammed the crouch
toeing.
button, you'd make no noise.
Also,
Question.
somebody here. You go ahead. My
Imagine
bad, bro.
they had tippy toeing,
Right.
tiptoeing.
Okay. So somebody here asked, it's silly, but will the Spanish flag patch return for the Hispanic community and other flags which were in Gen 3? Because I do agree with them. I feel like we need a little bit more like representation. Because even you heard it yourself. We were like speaking Spanish and when we were doing the little zombie thing. So yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't make out the first half. What was the actual like
So the
ask? I
actual the
didn't.
actual question was will you ever like return the Spanish flag and like other Hispanic patches?
I swear there is a Spanish flag patch, but am I wrong?
I think it got taken out because I had it
Oh,
in Viper and I'm pretty sure in Resurgence. But I'm pretty sure this
Yeah,
update got
that's
taken
it.
out. I would have to check though. But
yeah. I mean, if we did, it's not intentional, and we'll add it back. There's a lot of
yeah.
patches to add back, obviously, and
Question.
there's a good Spanish part of the community.
Will there be a
we
patch?
want the representation, obviously.
Will there be a patch with the RGE up there, or will it just be all RGE?
We want to do another content patch with it, but I don't know yet. It might be, you might have to wait till mid-Feb for the next one.
Question.
We'll see.
Question.
Question.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why do you remove the suppressor on the Scar and other weapons?
It's not
That
compatible.
already
Yeah,
existed.
it didn't use the right thread.
Yeah.
Oh,
We got the
Gnar.
M10 suppressor too. Why do you remove that one?
So when you gonna add them
I
back?
have a question about the.
As
So for
I've
the
said,
HQ,
for items and for all of that, like customization items that we're gonna add, I have no idea. Like I literally do not even ask. It's all completely done by Kit and MB. They have their own list. They model it and they add it. I literally just like press a button to publish the game when it comes to that stuff. So I know that they are working on it, but I don't know when.
in the HQ.
So
Well, one second. In the HQ, in the armory, like all the guns in here are very blocky. I'm looking at them right now.
God,
Is there plans to fix that?
Well, they're just
That's
LOD
just
models.
optimization, dude.
Yeah, so you don't have like 3 billion triangles, rendered on your screen at once.
Oh,
Not
Gnar,
ACS.
with regards
I
to
guess.
the AI, are there
I mean, couldn't you
any
just put a
plans to
normal like
make it more
model on there?
difficult? As in, like, reporting bodies enables the raid mode? Because personally, stealth is really too easy. I've already solo cleared naval and most of fort myself.
Congratulations. You want a
yeah,
cookie?
congrats. Also, no, so two people here asked me on my DMs a decent question. So one of them asked me, when will flashbangs be added? And the other one asked me if when RPGs return, will destructive buildings and environments come back? Sorry for stuttering, but yeah.
Okay, so for flashbangs, that is one of those items like rangefinders and binoculars I was saying earlier, which will, we need to do a ton of other stuff first before we add it back. And it also needs a fair bit of balancing because we want them to actually do stuff, but we don't want to make them so overpowered that it becomes a meta to just spam flashbangs in a room. So there's that. And RPGs, I've absolutely no plans to ever give a player an RPG again.
Yeah.
Unless there's skirmish.
I wonder why.
I should
I
have mentioned.
wonder why.
For RGE, I will probably give the ability for people to spawn in items and give stuff like RPGs just for the fun of it, but they will be really broken and they have absolutely no gameplay purpose in the actual game.
I mean, we
I
can
like
black
that
out
idea.
We need
downward.
helicopters,
that idea.
right? The enemy helicopters
Good
are
idea.
my absolute
So
pain.
this also an
Yeah.
RGE question that actually I was gonna ask earlier, but I completely forgot. Thank you for this guy asking me that. So somebody here asked me, will we ever be able to like customize the same way you did, where like, will we be able to customize like speed, weapons, etc.
He said that's
stuff
going to
like
be an
that.
RGE.
Yeah.
I
You'll
have
be able
another.
to. This is basically the last question I can answer because I gotta go. But for RG, you'll be able to
Okay.
spawn in items. There'll be a lot more server config values you'll be able to change, like speed, damage done, player health, all of that, like random stuff. It is just a lot more in depth than the one before. If you're thinking right now of something that you wish RGE had, good chance that we're adding
It
it.
does.
Yeah.
Somebody asked
Yeah.
about hostages too.
Hostages, bro, that's gonna take like 2 more months.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, so there are plans
No,
though.
I don't
There are
want
plans.
hostages back in the game.
Honestly,
Yeah,
no.
Then they're
please.
painful, bro. They're very
Wait,
painful.
what last
Bye
question?
bye
Intel?
everyone.
Are you re-adding Intel?
Hell no, we got rid of Intel for a reason.
Thank
It
you.
sucks.
Hell
Thank you
no.
so much.
Intel sucks.
Thank
Intel's a
Join
small
competitive hub. Join the